But once he fights a real fighter, a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
If he ain't gotta look for Roach, that's a good thing. And he's not gonna run over Tank, you know? And he's not gonna knock Tank out.
That lawnmower, that's that. Start that motherfucker lawnmower.
Floyd Mayweather had no filter reacting to Gervonta "Tank" Davis's latest training footage, calling him the hardest hitter at 135 pounds and praising his speed, power, and skill. He believes Tank's dominance in the division is clear and unmatched. With his knockout power, star presence, and undefeated record, Tank has become the face of boxing, following in the footsteps of legends like Mayweather and Mike Tyson. Right now, he's the sport's biggest attraction, ready to dominate and build a lasting legacy.
Many years ago, we spoke, and you spoke to our production group. You said, I've watched Floyd. I watched Canelo. I look at all the tapes of Ray Leonard, Manny Pacquiao, all these guys. I'm going to be the face of boxing. Are you now?
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
Tank Davis is fully focused and determined as he gears up for his March 1st fight against Lamont Roach. Speaking about his mindset, he emphasized the need to stay sharp and disciplined at the top level, knowing that every performance counts and there's no room for complacency. He stressed that underpreparing can hurt in-ring results, which is why he stays committed throughout training camp. His goal isn't just to win, but to deliver a spectacular show for the fans. Davis recognizes that strong performances draw more attention and boost his marketability, seeing boxing as both a sport and entertainment. With his knockout power and ability to captivate audiences, he knows he's a must-watch fighter and is determined to maintain that reputation.
Look like a fool when I go out there in the ring, you know? I want to stay sharp. I want to stay like, you know, when you reach that top level or things like that, you want to always like make sure you go out there and give it your all. You don't want to like slip up and, you know, underwork yourself, and then you feel like you didn't do enough work inside the training and training camp, so you can't look good when you fight and things like that. So I'll make sure I try to stay like as much possible, stay focused as possible as I can, you know, so I could be able to also give out put on a great performance in front of the fans and things like that. Because if you always put on a great performance, the fans you draw more fans though, you know, that want to see you.
More dollars for sure. When
yeah,
you put
for
on
sure.
The show, like you got to do your job at the same time. It's an entertainment at the end of the world. You're a brand. So
discussing his fight approach, Davis explained that he always takes time to study his opponents in the early rounds instead of rushing in recklessly. He stressed patience and strategy, carefully observing movements before fully engaging. This approach helps him avoid unnecessary risks while spotting opportunities to capitalize. Davis compared this mindset to life, saying success comes from adapting and making smart choices rather than charging forward blindly. As fight night nears, he stays focused on delivering another dominant performance, knowing each win cements his place at the top. Fans can expect his signature power, skill, and showmanship in the ring on March 1st.
Yeah, for sure. Cause I never want to go out there and like, you know, and run into a punch that I don't see or anything like that. So I like to feel my opponent out and things like that. Even like with that's what life period. You just don't go out there and just, you know, head honcho. You just always want to figure your way through things and, you know, then gradually like, you know, loosen up, and then, you know, once you find them openings, then that's when you go ahead on.
It's funny you say that when you finding them openings and like you open them up a little bit like that, like so like you say you already knowing what punch you for the hit. Like okay, he flinched on that one, so I'm gonna come with the right hook on the next one and catch him. Like I look at you as like one of them boxers that known for you'll walk him down. Like from the announcers, oh he got a nice shot, he ain't gonna tank him. Lights out, like it's like, man, it's like you know how to make adjustments, bro. And I just love to see. I know the fans love to see it, bro. You know me, I like keep it going, bro, because you got a lot of people rooting for you. But you also, you know, you got a lot of haters too. But
Speaking about the fight, Davis recognized Roach as a skilled opponent who will bring his best, but he made it clear fans will see the same dangerous, dominant Tank in the ring. He knows Roach will be prepared, but Davis is focused on proving why he remains one of the sport's best. He emphasized that staying at the top requires constant dedication, which is why he's been pushing harder than ever in training camp. Davis has been sharpening his power, speed, and defensive skills, sparring top-level competition, fine-tuning his strategy, and making sure every part of his game is sharp. His training footage shows explosive combinations, heavy bag drills, and endurance work to prepare for any challenge Roach brings. When asked about a possible knockout, Davis confidently said it's, hopefully, for sure, believing a clean hit could produce another highlight reel finish. He's determined to make a statement and give fans an unforgettable show. Mike Tyson has voiced his admiration for Tank Davis, calling him a great fighter with incredible potential. When asked about comparisons between himself and Davis, Tyson didn't dismiss the idea but welcomed it, saying that if Tank keeps working hard and staying dedicated, he could become a legend too. Tyson highlighted that greatness comes from consistency, discipline, and the ability to dominate opponents, all qualities he sees in Davis. His comments show the respect he has for Tank's skills, power, and mindset, reinforcing the belief that Davis is on the path to legendary status.
I mean, I have to ask you, would you ever remake your famous video game? Bring it to the next generation consoles, my friend?
Hey, I'm just happy to be alive. Thank you.
What do you think about people comparing Tank Davis to you? I mean, what do you think about that?
Tank is a great fighter.
Okay. You think he's a great fighter? But what do you think about them comparing it to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you. Okay, bye.
Tank Davis's training regimen is built to maximize his speed, power, and endurance. His workouts include functional bodyweight movements that boost agility and explosiveness, along with plyometrics, resistance band drills, and core exercises to enhance balance and defensive reflexes. He also does high-intensity cardio like sprints and jump rope to build stamina, while his strength training focuses on push-ups, pull-ups, and calisthenics to maintain power without extra bulk. This well-rounded approach keeps him sharp, conditioned, and ready for fight night.
Guys, over the last couple days, Gervonta Davis has released footage of him in fight camp. He looks motivated, he looks focused. You're seeing him doing calisthenics, a lot of different sort of functional body weight movements with a little bit of resistance. So what can we expect from him? Business as usual? Do you guys give Lamont Roach any chance of beating Tank? Let me know that in the comment section below.
His training footage showcases Tank's explosive power, sharp reflexes, and complete skill set. From heavy bag drills to high-intensity sparring, he's honing his knockout ability while keeping his speed and endurance. His dedication to strength, agility, and precision shows he's taking this fight seriously. With his heavy punches and relentless work ethic, it's clear he's preparing for total dominance, and Lamont Roach will face immense pressure, making it a potentially punishing night in the ring. Oscar De La Hoya has praised Tank Davis's power and skill, saying his fight against Lamont Roach will be extremely challenging for Roach. He highlighted Tank's extensive experience at the highest level, having faced and beaten top-tier opponents throughout his career. De La Hoya also praised Davis's dedication, noting he's relentless in training and always comes fully prepared. He pointed out that Tank's punches are deceptive, coming from unexpected angles with unpredictable combinations, making him a dangerous opponent. Describing him as sneaky in the ring, De La Hoya said Tank can set traps opponents don't see, and his precision, power, and high fight IQ make him one of boxing's most feared fighters. According to De La Hoya, Roach will need to be at his absolute best to survive against Tank.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
A respected boxing analyst recently highlighted a key truth about Tank Davis and the criticism he faces, quoting Tank's tweet, "This is greatness. Don't let anybody fool you or convince you otherwise." The analyst agreed, noting that every great fighter in history has faced similar skepticism. No matter how dominant, people question a fighter's resume, asking who they fought and what they accomplished. This pattern isn't unique to Tank. Legends like Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Sugar Ray Leonard all faced doubts before their biggest fights. Critics often claimed their opponents weren't worthy, only for history to later prove their greatness. The analyst stressed that true greatness isn't judged by public opinion in the moment, but by long-term dominance and achievements. Like the legends before him, Davis continues to win, entertain, and silence doubters, knowing that ultimately, history will judge his career based on his performances and legacy. As the analyst said, greatness is greatness, and Davis is on the path to cementing his own.
It is prospering, and he's got a big fight coming up 3 weeks from now in the Barclays Center in New York, in Brooklyn, New York, against Lamont Roach, the 130-pound WBA champion, fighting for the 135-pound WBA championship. Now, Gervonta Davis put out a tweet and said, "This is greatness. Don't let anybody fool you or convince you otherwise." And I agree 100%. And I know that there are people that are going to come to this comment section and say, who did he fight? What did he do? Who did he fight? What did he do? If you pay attention to boxing long enough and you watch boxing long enough, you better believe you're going to hear that same question being said about every fighter in Gervonta Davis' situation. And I'm telling you, this is something that happens over and over and over again. Greatness is your opinion about somebody's career in totality. Who had a great career? Floyd Mayweather Jr. had a great career. Sugar Ray Leonard had a great career. Ali had a great career. Clearly great careers. But if you listen to the commentary coming directed at Ali before many of his fights,
Teddy Atlas, a respected trainer and analyst, has praised Tank Davis not just for his power but for his sharp ring intelligence. While many focus on his highlight reel knockouts, Atlas believes Davis's true strength lies in his strategy. He calls Davis the most complete fighter in boxing today, blending raw power with technical skill. Davis doesn't recklessly chase knockouts. He studies opponents, spotting patterns, weaknesses, and openings. His ability to set traps and force mistakes makes him deadly, delivering precise finishing shots. Unlike some heavy hitters who rely on brute force, he breaks opponents down over time, controlling distance and applying pressure before unleashing devastating power. Atlas says, he doesn't waste punches, he makes you make mistakes, then he makes you pay. This calculated approach sets him apart, and with continued refinement, his dominance will only grow. Boxing commentator Showbiz adds that Davis could surpass Floyd Mayweather in overall ability. While Mayweather excelled in defense and precision, Tank combines knockout power, agility, and explosiveness with improved defense, making him one of the sport's most complete fighters. If he keeps evolving, he could build a legacy rivaling or even exceeding Mayweather's.
My thing was, it wasn't that he's a big guy who could go to 140. It was that he's so talented and punched so hard that those skill sets can carry up with them in weight. That's what the great ones do. They have that ability. That's why I mentioned Floyd Mayweather wasn't 154, but his skill set was so good. The difference between Tank and Floyd is that Tank got the type of power. When you got power that carry up like Pacquiao, you can move up many weight divisions, not just, the two that he primarily fought in. We saw him dribbling Mario Barrios off the canvas, so we saw him do it at 140.
Ryan Garcia, who has faced Tank Davis in the ring, praised his former opponent's skills, saying it's not just Tank's knockout power that makes him dangerous, but his precision, timing, and ability to land unexpected shots. Garcia noted that some punches may not look devastating at first, but their impact is serious once they connect. He highlighted Davis's accuracy, explaining that every punch is calculated and purposeful, and his skill in reading opponents, setting traps, and landing clean shots sets him apart from other power punchers. Garcia also emphasized Tank's high boxing IQ, noting how he mixes combinations and adapts during fights, making him unpredictable and hard to counter. He described Davis as a complete fighter who excels in positioning, timing, and movement, and believes his methodical approach to breaking down opponents makes him one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing today.
Because Gervonta is considered like, you said he's not a big puncher, but he's considered
not,
like one of the, is it like precision?
Bro, he cannot hit hard. I'm telling you, he's accuracy. The punches that you don't see are the ones that hurt you, not the ones that you do see.
Yeah.
But on top of it, there's some people that even if you see it, that shit hurts. He's not like that. He's just he's what he is, you know. And he's an accurate sniper. He's a sniper.
Tank's trainer Kenny Ellis is confident that Tank Davis will knock out Lamont Roach in their upcoming fight. While acknowledging Roach is skilled, Ellis insists he doesn't have what it takes to beat Tank, who is on another level in power, skill, and ring IQ. Ellis highlighted that Tank has been training harder than ever, fine-tuning every part of his game to stay dominant on fight night. He noted that although Roach has solid fundamentals, he won't handle Tank's explosive power and relentless pressure. Dismissing any chance of Roach overcoming him, Ellis said Tank is too strong, fast, and smart, able to adjust, break down opponents, and capitalize on mistakes. He predicts the fight won't go the distance, expecting Tank to win decisively with another highlight reel knockout.
Lamont Roach, a lot more, just a lot more outspoken nowadays, talking about the Tank fight, talking about like, I'm gonna beat his ass, what, don't let me knock him out now. One of the biggest upsets in boxing. I mean, tell me, coach, go ahead.
I like Lamont Roach and his team, the whole Roach team, man. Again, I will not go hard with the team like I do everybody else because, we've been around each other for years, and his uncle Boogaloo Roach was a nice guy. We always respected each other, so some things I can't do with the Roach team like I do with other people's team because it's a respect thing, But at the same time, they can talk tough to each other. It's boxing, but some things I can't say to them, and I won't say to them because I got respect. Even though he's no longer here, I got respect for Boogaloo Roach. You know what I mean? Good man he was, But I can't see Roach running over Tank. That ain't gonna happen. And I don't see Roach running like 12 rounds. And I don't see Tank having to look for Roach. That's a good thing. If he ain't got to look for Roach, that's a good thing. And he's not going to run over Tank, And he's not going to knock Tank out.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.